Welcome, race fans. We are back tonight with the HLRL Premier Series here at Nashville Super Speedway. Going to be a super night here tonight with the Super Speedway. 1.33 miles around this beautiful facility. It was kind of shut down there a few years ago, just to kind of give you a little backstory behind it. And they've reopened it now. NASCAR runs there, so it's pretty cool. And it is a beautiful track. Been there many times. All right, coming up tomorrow night is the Lucky Dog Truck Series, and I'm not sure what track that is at. I think it's at Charlotte. Does that sound right, Dwayne? I
believe so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it is. All right, so let's get to the race analytics here. We got a lot to do here. Coming into tonight, 82-degree air temperature, 112-degree track temperature. They're doing 120 laps here. That's 159.6 miles. Tire window, and these are just guesstimates because I'm not sure about, because I don't think they really have a lot of history here what they can run. 50 to 60 laps on the tire window and 50 to 60 on the fuel window. But Dwayne said it looks like you can probably make it the whole way on fuel, maybe, or one stop.
It's going to be one, maybe two stops, depending on how cautions play out.
Okay. And 45 miles an hour down pit road. All right, looking at the points. Roberto Ramirez comes away with the win last week, and man, he just dominated in the points here. 14-point lead over Jackson Hartman. Tyler Snyder in third. He's 14 back there, tied with Jackson. And we got another tie here. James McKee and Jeff Morrish. They are 16 points back. Another tie here for sixth place, Brad Kress and Kendall Kerr with 18 points behind. Andrew Siegel in eighth place, 19 back. Courtney Miracle in ninth, 20 back, and Casey Heschel rounds out the top 10, 21 points behind the leader. Dwayne?
And Heschel's actually tied with Tyler Rush for 10th. Caleb Morrissey and Scott Wheeler are tied for 12th. They are both 25 back. 14th spot is Adam Bose. He is 26 back. 15th is another set of ties. We have Austin Bloom and Scott Macaris. They are both 28 points behind. 17th is Scott Zellner. 18th, Alan Kunman and Ty Smith are tied 32 points behind. And 20th is another tie, Justin Gibbs and Ryan Salmon. They are both 33 points behind the leader.
Very good, very good. Well, I'll tell you what's going to be interesting here for tonight. Well, we started something here last week. Dwayne come up with an idea, and I'm gonna let him take care of everything here. Talk through what you're gonna do, Dwayne, and what you want us to do here. Rod, inboard, outboard, where you want us to run.
Oh, well, how about a lap in and a lap out? I'm gonna take you guys around Nashville and show you what it's gonna take for these guys to make fast laps here. It's really a unique track in the fact that it's all concrete. The apron and pit road are asphalt, but the track surface itself, like Dover, is concrete. It's bigger than Dover, smaller than Michigan, but the way it drives is a lot like Michigan.
All right, we're on board with you, Dwayne. Walk us through it.
All right, so your exit lap. You want to be low here so you can get a lot of speed coming out of 4. Get ready for a qualify lap. You want to be down here near the line. As you head off into 1, you let it off. Get on the brake just enough to roll. Get back into throttle mid-corner. And then you're going to do the exact same thing going into 3. Let off the throttle, touch the brake enough to let it roll down to the bottom. Pick the throttle back up. Get a little loose there, but stay in it. Come down to the apron for a qualify lap.
All right, very good. Well, we'll ride along on the outside now and watch you do a lap.
And this is going to be a very technical track. Like I said, it drives like Michigan, but unlike Michigan, the bottom lane is where you get a lot of speed. If you can get your car rolling through the corner, coming off this corner, especially 2 and 4, you can pick up a lot of speed and a lot of time on guys. You've got to hit your marks. If you let it roll through, if you don't hit it just right, and it doesn't roll through, and you get back on it too soon, like you see here, it goes right up the track into the wall, and you look how much momentum you lose there.
Yeah. Holy smokes.
So this is definitely a technical track. Drivers are going to have to be not only aware of everybody else around them, but make sure that they hit their marks. And if you can do that consistently, you're going to find yourself to the front.
Wow. Wow. Nice lap, though.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know how these guys were picking it up there. Jackson Hartman is actually about a half a second quicker than you. I know a half a second doesn't really sound like a lot, folks, but when you're qualifying, it can be the difference of putting you in the top of the starting from the pole position or starting from 20th. Big difference there.
And keep in mind, these guys, a lot of these guys have many laps
Right.
on this track in this setup. This is only my 5th lap, so that's one of the reasons.
Oh, yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah, I'm sure if you practiced on this for a couple hours, you'd be doing super with it, but I think you're doing really good. So,
Well, I'm going to answer a question here real quick that I had.
okay.
Can you legally pit without taking the access road? Yes, you can.
Oh, very cool. But you got to take the access road when you exit, though.
Yes, yeah, you do have to have the access road when you're leaving, but not when you come in.
Yeah, it's kind of like Homestead. It used to be you had to use the access road coming in, but they've changed that now where you don't have to on Homestead. So I think they made it pretty much about the same right here. Cool. Very cool, Dwayne. Thank you, buddy. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem.
Hopefully everybody liked that. I like it. I like it a lot. So, gonna get out here. There we go. Okay. Very good. Very good. So there was a trip around Nashville. We had inside and outside. If you didn't see it, you can go back and check it out a little bit there. But, yeah, thank you, Dwayne. I think it's something cool that, we've been getting. Hey, Becky, how you doing? Something that we've been trying new and something we did a long, long time ago. And, it was well received. And the other night it seemed to be pretty well received too, wasn't it, Dwayne? Everybody liked it.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what we like to hear. Let's see. We got about 5 minutes left here. A couple minutes before we cut away to the national anthem. So give us a thumbs up on the video there, folks. Don't forget to subscribe if it's your first time here. Hit that notification bell if you wouldn't mind. That would be that would let you know when we do go live. Check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. I don't even know. I guess there's lights here. I don't know if they have night races or not. I really don't know. They may.
I believe they do.
I know, at the real track, I don't believe they ever had night races up there. They may have, but I don't believe they ever did. Anytime I ever went up there, it wasn't night. It was during the day.
Right.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful track. I can be there in about 45 minutes.
Nice.
Yeah. And the Nashville, the downtown track, the fairgrounds track, probably I could be there in about an hour and 10 minutes. I never was really that interested in that track, even though it is a piece of racing history,
Right.
And there's a lot of big names used to race there. All right, well, folks, we're going to step away from the national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying, so stay with us.
so proudly we hailed, and the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights, oh, the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket treadless, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land under the free, and the home of the brave. Because we are the brave. Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in the name of the brave. We are the US of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save. Stand of the brave, the US of A. Oh, traitors that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free, and the
This is Rio of Madison Rising, and you're watching MaxSpeedTV.
All right, folks, we're back. Qualifying's underway. Nobody's turned in a time yet. I don't know, we're going to have about maybe 20 some drivers, 22 drivers or something like that, I think. A little smaller field than we had last week.
Yeah, it's still decent size though.
When Jackson Hartman backs up that practice time with a great qualifying time so far.
Yeah, so far he is in the only driver in the 30.8 bracket.
Yeah. Or there's going to be a lot of slipping and sliding, I think. These guys may be coming out of 3 and 4. They're coming out 4. I think there's going to be some slipping and sliding.
There's a possibility, especially if you miss your marks.
Right.
The setup's pretty stable. It's actually on the tight side, but if you've got your brakes set wrong or you hit the brakes too hard, you could easily send it around.
Well, Scott Zellner second, Brad Kress third, Ryan Potter fourth, and Terry Brooks. That rounds out your top 5 there. Everybody chasing Jackson Hartman right now with that great pole position. Kind of looks like that may hold up, I believe. We've got a couple more guys still on the track, though. Jacob Holm and Kendall Kerr. Now, Kendall Kerr had a pretty fast time during practice there, but he comes in, his first lap was 6th on the board. The number 21 car there, 6th on the board, but he's coming around for his second lap. James McKee is just heading out. I'm not sure if he's going to have enough time to get a lap in or not, but Kendall Kerr goes to second on the leaderboard, Dwayne. Holy smokes.
Very nice lap.
Yeah, 6/1000ths of a second off of the pole sitter.
And 5/1000ths of a second in front of third.
Yep. Man, that front part's tight. Well, James McKee gonna go. He may have enough time here to complete 2 laps. I don't know. He's coming around to complete his first one. Let's see what he's got here for his first lap. Waiting for him. That's Adam Bowes there that I'm on right now, but James McKee. Like his first lap. See what he comes in. Oh, 19th quickest. Ooh. I know that car's got more in it than that, Dwayne.
Yeah. Well, he did join late, so he really hasn't had much practice.
And I ain't quite sure, but I don't see his usual paint job on that car. Do you?
I don't really see it right now, but I'll have to look in a minute.
Okay. Yeah, he didn't make it. All right, let's run down through the starting grid here. Get all gridded up. All right, Jackson Hartman taking the pole with a 30.897. Congratulations to him. Kendall Kerr will start on the outside of the front row there in second. Scott Zellner in third. Brad Kress fourth. Ryan Potter fifth. Terry Brooks sixth place. Adam Bowes seventh. Scott Wheeler Jr. in eighth. Alan Kundman in ninth. And Austin Bloom 10th. Dwayne?
Tyler Schneider qualified 11th, Dylan Wedgwood 12th. Jeff Morrish will roll from the 13th starting spot. Tyler Rush 14th, Matthew Leedy 15th. Dylan Body will roll off 16th, Cody Robinson 17th, Toby Wedgwood 18th, 19th James McKee, and Caleb Morrissey will round out your top 20. Jacob Halm was the last driver to take it. Qualifying time, he'll roll off 21st, Justin Gibbs 23rd, Andrew Baker 24th, and John Peterson 25th.
Yep. Very good. All right, so Jackson Hartman, man, he is the man today. Nice lap. They get one green, white checkered here tonight, folks, but no resets. You get damage on that car, you sit on pit road and get it fixed up. We've seen a lot of guys out of the race early last week, didn't we, Dwayne?
We did, and they're hoping to have a better outing this week for sure. Now they will have, they have 4 tire sets total, so they'll be able to change their tires at 3 times during this race. I would say you're going to want to try to, you know, split it, the
Yep.
40 every 40 laps.
Jackson wanted to know if I was going to start trading paints. I have trading paints on, and I've restarted it twice already. I'm going to restart it for the third time, Jackson. Okay, so if your car does not show up, contact iRacing or Trading Paints. I'm not sure how that goes anymore, but yeah, it obviously is not updating. I don't know why. I'm not in charge of Trading Paints. I got absolutely zero to do with that. I got MaxSpeedTV to worry about. All right, there we go. It just updated your car and it's all white. Oh, sorry, Jackson. It is what it is. You'll have to get a hold of iRacing on that one.
Right, here we go. Pace cars off.
Green, green, green.
Green is out. We are underway from Nashville Superspeedway.
A good start. Everybody gets into turn one. Jackson with a little bit of a lead on the outside there, and Ryan Potter and Scott Zellner. Scott Zellner trying to get his nose in under Kendall Kerr, but not going to happen right now. And Kendall putting the pressure here on our leader, Jackson Hartman. And boy, he may do it. Look at that. Powered it in there.
He will lead the first lap.
Man, awesome job. Yeah, so Jackson goes back to second. The pole setter never even got to lead the first lap. How many times do we see that? A lot.
Sure, and a little bit of strategy playing out. Jeff Maurice and Dylan Wedgwood both elected to start from pit road. They're both about a half a lap behind right now.
Yeah.
Let's see how that strategy plays out for them.
Yeah, that's kind of a shame that they're back that far. Seeing now Dylan, neither one of them, because they did that, I got no data on them. So, no data whatsoever. Well, Kendall Kerr's got to feel pretty good about being out in the lead right now. I mean, wow, this is great. I'm glad to see him up in the front right now, Dwayne.
Yeah, he's doing a good job, and hopefully right now he's just going to try to hit his marks and see if he can't pull away.
Brad Kress actually falling from fourth back to fifth. And Adam Bowes behind him, sixth place.
I'll tell you what, Rudy, the man on the move right now is James McGee. Started 19th. He's already up to 12th.
That's not a surprise to me. I know he can do it. Yep. I mean, we watched James a couple seasons ago there when we were covering him, and man, what a racer he is! And I'm sure he's done nothing but get better. Yep. And Austin Bloom behind him, Tyler Rush, and Caleb Morrissey. Gosh, man, we're used to seeing Caleb battling up in the front, but he may get there. He started 20th. He's already picked up 5 positions.
Hartman took it down to the apron at the start-finish line. Now has the move. He is back to the lead.
He wants to lead a lap.
Yet. Now he clears it.
Yep, there he got him. Well, he's going to lead a lap, get a bonus point here, unless something drastically happens, and he got it. Bonus point, cha-ching. Now Kendall can have the lead back, he says. Scott Zellner comes up beside him. Ryan Potter, fourth place. And man, he can't get much closer to Scott Zellner than he is right now, Dwayne.
No, and he's looking for an opening right now. You see him peek down there. If Scott's not careful and leaves that bottom open just a little bit, Ryan's going to try to stick it in there.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. He's got to get that run off of the corner.
Oh, and he wiggles.
Man, yep.
He's going to have to regroup and try it again.
I think that's part of the concrete surface that's making that happen, Dwayne, because that concrete, it kind of reminds me of Kentucky. If you know, Kentucky's like, I always called it the Kentucky ice skating rink because it's like ice skating out there. Concrete seems to be a lot slicker. You agree or disagree?
Yeah, it is a little bit, especially down in that low line. And it, as Ryan Potter makes the pass for third there, if you get down and touch the apron, it just disrupts the car completely.
Right.
And if you pinch it down coming out of the corner under power, it wants to come around with you as well.
Yeah. Well, Kendall Kerr back in the lead where he likes to be right now, on a mission here to probably try to get the most laps led. And so when do you think we're going to be looking for pit stops, Dwayne? I know it's early to think about that, but it is in the near future. We do have to think about it.
Barring a caution, I would say somewhere between, and it's going to be a wide range here because of fuel.
Right.
If you're going to try to split it, you're going to want to stop around lap 40. Some guys could try the one-stop strategy. So if that's the case, you're going to see them in closer to lap 60.
Right.
So there's a 20-lap gap in there that you're going to see guys coming to pit road. And we really haven't had enough data for tire fall-off yet to see how much faster guys on new tires versus old tires are going to be here. Some tracks, it's only a second or so. Other tracks, it's 2 to 3 seconds. So we'll just have to wait and see what the speeds are when we get there.
Alan Kuhnman, 7th place after starting 9th. Under a lot of pressure here from Scott Wheeler. A lot of pressure there coming on him. And
Matthew were racing pretty hard during practice as well against each other.
Right. Matthew leading now up to 9th place after starting 15th. Has a mirror full of James McKee, and James has made it into the top 10, Dwayne. Look at that, man. He has passed a lot of cars to get there.
So we talk about momentum. Terry Brooks was running 11th, had to check up just a little bit to keep from hitting the wall. Now he's back to 14th.
Yeah, that's how fast things like that can happen to you. And you got to check up like that, boy. You get passed by a lot of vehicles, and that's exactly what happened to Terry. Yep. Golly, man, I hate that for him. Well, hopefully he can get that thing, figured out and get back up there. Tyler Rush, back in 15. Cody Robinson, 16.
And just behind them, Justin Gibbs goes to the inside of Andrew Baker to take a spot away. That'll make that the battle for 17.
Yeah, and then we got some that are way back. John Peterson by himself back here in 19th. Jacob Holm working with Toby Wedgwood and Dylan Body. These three back here just kind of playing around, I think. They're just kind of biding their time, it looks like. And the passer, Toby Wedgwood going by Jacob Holm. And it looks like Dylan Body's going to take advantage of that too. Yes, sir. And Jacob Holm coming to pit road. Unscheduled pit stop here, Dwayne.
It seems that way. Oh, we got a wreck.
Uh-oh.
Caution, yellow flag.
Oh, who was it? Oh, 8.
That started up front with Ryan Potter, Rudy.
Alan Kuhnman going around too, so.
Yeah,
okay.
That started with Ryan Potter. He got low. He hit the apron He had computer issues and tried to get down out of the way, and just couldn't do it. Caused a big checkup behind him, and Alex Kunman and Scott Wheeler just get together.
Oh, yeah, I see that now. Oh, no. Oh, man, he was trying to check up. That's what I see, Alec Kuhnman. And then, of course, the number 1 there of Scott Wheeler, he loses it too. Oh, Kunman, up the hill he goes. But, oh,
Yeah,
my gosh.
he's going to be spending a lot of time on pit road getting that ride fixed.
Yeah, that's too bad, man. Oh, man, that's too bad. All right, well, everybody's coming to pit road.
Yeah, no surprise here. The question is 17 laps. I don't know if I would take tires at this point. I might want to take fuel only. We'll have to wait and see.
All right. Well, who are we going to talk to real quick here? I was thinking maybe we could talk to Scott Wheeler there and find out what happened. Maybe he knows.
Go for it.
Yeah, we'll get to make sure everybody's done with their pit stops before.
Now, it does look like a 4-tire stop for most of the field here, so that is going to limit them. Remember, you only have 4 sets total.
All right. Well, we got, where'd he go? Oh, okay. Right there he is. Scott Wheeler, man, sorry about that. We're trying to catch up with you here a little bit. You seen all that happening right ahead of you. What happened there, Scott?
Yeah, I think Ryan was blinking out a little bit. He was trying to get out of the way, and we all kind of stacked up there. I was trying to stay off Alan, and I got into a little bit, and then I think Matt got into me a little bit. So just an accordion effect. It doesn't look too bad. I think Alan got the worst of it, unfortunately, but
yeah,
we should be okay, and we'll kind of work our way back from here.
All right. Well, what do you think of the track conditions out there? What do they feel like?
It feels pretty good. You can tell that later in the run, the car is going to want to push, so you want to try to save tires and roll it through the middle as much as possible right now. But we'll see how it goes. I haven't run a lot here, so I think we're all kind of just feeling out what the run is. Yeah.
Well, I think you're right. A concrete surface, though, kind of makes it a challenge. I was just telling Dwayne here a minute ago, it kind of reminds me of Kentucky with that concrete surface. It's like driving on ice, you know?
Yeah, so especially off the corners. Yeah.
Yeah. So. Does it feel like that out there?
It did in practice. I think we're all taking it pretty easy right now, trying to save tires because we know how bad it'll try to push further on in the runs. But I think as the race kind of winds down, we'll start to see some guys get out of control, trying to push for everything they have. So we'll see.
Okay, buddy. Well, we'll let you go and wish you the best of luck out there, Scott. Thank you for talking with us.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right. Very good. Well, Kendall Kerr in and off pit road, comes off first. Not a whole lot's changed up here, Dwayne. Top 5 look pretty much about the same.
Yeah, just about everybody came out where they went in. I tell you, I'm surprised that so many guys took 4 tires there, Rudy. If it was me, I probably would have just took fuel only and saved the sets for later in the race. But see how this works out later on.
It is kind of early to be changing tires at 20 lap. Dang.
Give a quick rundown of the leaders here after that round of pit stops. Kendall Kerr currently scored as a race leader. Jackson Hartman second, Scott Zellner third, Brad Kress fourth, Adam Bose fifth, James McKee sixth, Tyler Schneider seventh, Caleb Morrissey up to eighth, Tyler Rush ninth, and Justin Gibbs are your top 10. 22 cars on the lead lap. Matthew Leedy's the only car running 1 lap down. And Jacob Halm has taken his car behind the wall.
Well, thank you everybody for tuning in tonight. Don't forget to subscribe if you're your first time here and hit that like button.
Pace cars off. Kendall Kerr going to bring him down to the restart zone, and he goes early. Green is out, and what a jump he got.
And I guess sometimes that can be a bad thing doing that, but boy, he did it. We'll have to see how that works out, see if these guys can close that gap on him now. Zellner to the inside of Brad Kress for that third position, Dwayne. Good battle, side by side there. You got to change. If you're going to do that, you got to do it on new tires, and you got to do it quick.
Yeah, you got to try to get as much as you can here, and there he goes. He's going to make the pass here.
Yeah, but he hasn't completed it yet. I mean, still, there he got him. Okay, there he got him finally. And I think what happened, Brad Kress seen James McKee coming, and James would have stuck his nose right in there and followed Scott Zellner. You know it.
Yes, sir. Impressive run so far, and it's still early for James McKee, 19th up to 5th, and not far behind him, Caleb Morrissey, who started 20th up to 7th.
Yeah, he's coming right along with them, so good deal. Got some very strong presence up here in the top 10 now, and this could change the complexity of this race here, and I don't mean just a little. It could be really a lot. So good job by these guys working their way up through. Kendall, he knows what's coming, Dwayne. He knows those guys are on their way to the front.
Yeah, and he's just trying to stay smooth right now, hit his marks, and he wants to try to break away, but I don't think Jackson Hartman's going to let him get too far.
Probably not. Yeah, Jackson, at least Jackson, he knows. He got out there and led a lap. It's all about just staying with him right now. Don't let him get too far out there where he can maybe pass him back up if he needed to be. Right now, his mission is to save his tires in case he does need to mount a challenge and worry about their next round of pit stops here. Right now, everybody seems to be kind of settled into single file, Dwayne, and I think a lot of that it's just, they got a long ways to go. We still got almost 100 laps to go here, so long ways to go to complete this race, and boy, everybody's just kind of taking their time right now. Scott Wheeler back into 12th, and Toby Wedgwood. This is the closest we've seen Toby to the front, Dwayne. He was way back there, like in 20th earlier. Dwayne?
I'm here, sorry.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Yeah, he's doing a great job.
You may see a pass here. Scott Wheeler to the inside of Justin Gibbs. And that would be for 11th place if he can finish that pass. It seems like it hasn't been too hard to complete a pass on somebody. You just got to hit them at the right place, and I think it's been in between 1 and 2 is where the guys are actually completing the passes, Dwayne. That's kind of odd, isn't it?
Not for a track like this. This is a 1.5 groove track. The inside line is really where you want to be. It's not going to be until much later in the race when some rubber gets laid down that the second groove could come in, but the bottom is really where you want to be, and as long as you can keep yourself, hit your marks, and keep yourself alongside the guy on the outside, it's just a matter of time before you get him going into a corner.
Yeah, because you've seen Scott Wheeler completed that pass on Justin Gibbs right there, coming out of turn 2. So, I mean, it seems like that seems to be the passing place for whatever reason. It just, maybe it just feels better going into turn 1 or something, and you can get a good run out of turn 2. So good job by these guys, man. Great racing. I love this racing. Ryan Potter still back here in 16th. Hasn't made his move to get back to the front yet. Still got a lot of race to go, though, Dwayne. We're only a quarter of the way through it right now.
Yeah, tons of racing left, tons of time to get yourself closer to the front. Brad Kress is now under fire from James McKee, looking down low.
Robinson, Cody Robinson. Okay.
We'll be able to hold him off for the time being.
There's Cody Robinson. Somebody in chat there asking about Cody Robinson. Started 17th, running in 20th right now. And folks, I can't, I know Jackson Hartman asked about the paint jobs and everything. If that's a paint job that Cody run, and if it's not, I don't know. You'll have to get a hold of iRacing or Trading Paints or whoever you get a hold of now about these paints, because Jackson's is not working either. Apparently that's not his paint job, but I've restarted Trading Paints 3 times now, and that's the car that I got. And sometimes, we all know, Dwayne, sometimes if you change a paint like just maybe like an hour or two before a race, it won't show up. Sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, Well, maybe that's what Jackson did. I don't know. I'll try to get a word in with him maybe later on in the race here or after the race and find out, what was going on there. Scotty Zellner having a good day here, running in 3rd after starting 3rd. And James McKee, definitely a guy to keep out for. Him and Caleb Morrissey have worked their way all the way inside to the top 10. Can't believe Caleb's still running that channel lock car, you know what? That's pretty cool. Yeah, that is pretty cool. Yep. Yes,
right
sir.
Now, what these guys are doing, they're kind of logging laps, but they're also sizing up the guys in front of them. If you've noticed, not too many guys have gotten away. They're not really that spread out right now.
Right.
And you're just following along, trying to see where you can make a move as Jackson Hartman tries to the outside line to see if he can make a pass there. Can't quite get it done. He gets a little bit of a run there coming out of the corner, but he really loses a lot going in there now. Got it a little sideways there. We'll see if he can hold it. Not quite yet. 3 wide. Adam Bose goes up the middle. He goes to 5th.
Some of these guys are not afraid to do that, I'll tell you that.
And as long as you trust the guys you're racing around, you can do that. As Hartman goes to the bottom here, Kerr left the bottom open, and he's going to lose the lead because of it. And they're coming up on Alan Kunman now. Alan is down on power with a lot of permanent damage here.
What a shame that is. Golly, I hate to even see him in that condition. They got no resets here, folks. You get damaged. That's the best you got right there. You sit on pit road and get it fixed up. Here comes the leaders. And they're coming pretty quick here, too. I mean, they're closing the gap on him. And, that, we seen, what was that, last night we seen in that race that we did? That they actually, a guy used a lap car to pass the leader. Remember that?
Yep, used him like a pick. Classic Bristol racing.
Yep, that's what you do.
And Scott Zellner goes backwards. James McKee now up to 3rd.
Yeah, I'm telling you, James McKee is on a mission here. There is nothing you could say about that man. Man, he is just on rails tonight, looking for a victory here. He wants a victory. That V would mean everything to him. And I know there's a lot of other ones out there too. Jackson Hartman would love the W here tonight. So would Kendall Kerr. But James McKee could rob them from that. You never know. You just don't know, you know. Looking back there on Scotty Zellner.
We might know with about 5 to go, but even then, it's not a guarantee.
That's right. I can't believe they're still all, you know, single file here. Caleb Morrissey, Tyler Snyder, Austin Bloom, and Scott Wheeler now. That is your top 10 running there. Tyler Rush still hanging on in 11th. Justin Gibbs coming from 23rd to 12th. He's not out of it by any means yet, Dwayne.
Nope, not at all.
Toby Wedgwood now in 13th. And Dylan Wedgwood in 14th. I'm sorry I don't have any driver data on him. I don't know why that is. It seems like when they start on pit road, it doesn't give them any driver data. Isn't that weird?
It is.
I mean, I don't see if it does here. Nope. See, it won't even, nothing. It's like he doesn't exist.
That's pretty weird.
Yep. Well, how's things going in front here, Dwayne? Pretty quiet. Everybody's being
Pretty quiet until you get back to 6th place, where
Ooh,
it's
yeah.
pretty heated.
Yep. Caleb Morrissey passes Tyler Snyder. I'm sorry, he's trying to pass Brad Kress. I'm sorry, my bad. I got those two confused.
That's all right.
He took a look there a couple times, but as we always say, you can get in there's one thing, but passing them's another. And you got to think about these guys are out here on 25 lap old tires. How much wear you think's on these guys right now that they're really not being able to show any power out there, Dwayne? Oh, Caleb, did he hit the wall?
Looks like he might have brushed it a little bit.
Oh man, if he didn't, it was awful close. Just enough for Tyler Snyder to get his nose in underneath him, though. And boy, what a pass that is. I think that was totally unexpected. Side by side in the corner. And Caleb's doing everything he can to keep Tyler pinned right to the bottom. Do you see that, Dwayne?
I did.
That's what you got to do, man. You got to keep them pinned. Not so much in 1 and 2, though.
Yeah, and to answer your question, Rudy, just going back to the leader, when we restarted the race there, ran the fastest lap of the race, a 31 flat.
Yep.
This time by, we'll check the speeds at the line. Ran a 31.9, so almost a full second off of fresh tires right now.
Yeah. Yeah, these guys they're feeling it right now, but you know, you can't, when you're limited on tires, you got to take care of them. What did you say they had 3 sets?
4 sets total. They can change 3 times.
Okay,
So
they've
they can
already
change
changed
tires
once.
2 more times.
They already changed once on lap 20. So you better take care of them. These two are racing like it's the last lap up here. Kendall Kerr says, I want that lap back. He's led 34 laps. Like a boss.
And these guys are going to fight hard for that most laps led. That is an extra bonus point.
It's kind of like deja vu there with, except, you know, Kendall Kerr's not letting Jackson get away, where before Jackson wasn't letting Kendall get away, you know?
Right. And Brad Kress gets underneath the 27 of Adam Bose. That's a battle for 5th.
Yeah, there's some good battles going on in the track right now. I love that car. Brad Kress's car is just phenomenal. I like the Valvoline look, kind of throwback. That's pretty cool. I had a question for you. Talking about oil, do you ever you live in the north? I think this is kind of a northern older oil. Do you remember Wolf Head oil?
I do not, but
Okay.
there's oil companies up here are about as frequent as Dunkin' Donuts, Rudy.
Oh yeah, I know. Yep. Well, I used to run Wolf Head oil in my my truck up there when I lived up north.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good oil, but I've never seen it down here in the south. Caleb back to 10th now. And one thing I will have to say, Alan Kundman, now that he's in the drafter with these guys, he's able to hang on to the back. And, you know, I've seen this, and I'm sure you probably have too, where a car with damage on it, like Alan's got right there, sometimes will drive better than a car that has no damage on it.
Yeah, but
I have seen
he does
that.
need that draft.
Oh, yeah.
In order to be there.
Yep, that's exactly right. And that's what he's doing, just staying in the pack right here, right now. 72, Tyler Rush.
Tyler Schneider giving Brad Kress a run for his money and gets by. Kress got a little loose on that outside line going into one and just had to let him go. And he's under fire now. He's about to lose 7.
Well, folks, if you're just joining us, we had one caution there. I think it was around lap 20, somewhere along in there. Speedy Leedy said he got taken out. Oh, man. Matthew, yeah, he's back here 23rd now. He's 26 laps down. Oh, my God. There is no coming back from that, Dwayne.
No. Right now, he's just riding around hoping that some other guys have some issues.
Yep.
And that he can pick up a few more spots. But right now, he's big picture racing.
Well, sorry about your deal there, Matthew. Maybe next time. Go get him next week, brother. Yeah, I was talking about Cody Robinson here a little while ago. We got people in chat watching for him. He's actually not running bad. He's running right where he started. Car's in good shape. He's just waiting for the next round of pit stops to be over. He's coming up on Jeff. He's going to pass him. Pass Jeff Morrish for 16th place, and he got him. So Cody moving forward.
John Peterson has taken his car behind the wall. He'll
join
Jacob Halm in the garage.
He sure did. Terry Jacobs, last one on the lead lap. Or, I'm sorry, Terry Brooks. Golly, what was I thinking? He is back here in 19th place. Last one on the lead lap. Where the heck did I get?
I don't know. Dylan Wedgwood trying to get by Ryan Potter here. That's a battle for the 14th spot.
Yep.
And
he got him. Nice. Very nice. And I'm kind of surprised that Ryan's such a good racer in these Xfinity cars. We've seen him in the past just be phenomenal racer. That Dylan Wedgwood actually got right by him easily there. Ryan just can ride in the draft right now. About all he can do. Hartman out there trying to lead more laps, and Kendall Kerr has put some distance on him now. 8/10 back to Kendall, Dwayne.
Yeah, this is the point of the run where the field starts to get spread out, and Kendall has about a 2-second lead over a third place Scott Zellner. So the field's starting to spread a little bit here.
Yeah. And James McKee has fallen back to 4th now, but still an absolutely amazing run coming from 19th, and he just come right up through the field quickly. Got himself into the top 10, now inside the top 5. Looking for a possible victory here tonight.
A little contact between Snyder and Bose there on the outside. He's going to get by him. Put Schneider up to 5th.
Oh, no! On the grass! Good save!
It.
Oh, Oh my goodness! I'm telling you, what a save!
They both save it, and we stay
Oh.
green, but they went for a ride.
Are you kidding me? Did you ever see anything else like synchronized spinning or sliding? I should say they really didn't spin. That was amazing. Good save by both of them drivers. Amazing. That'd have been me. I'd still be out there spinning. Well, coming up on lap 60 next time by, Dwayne. So we're almost at the halfway mark. We've had one caution so far. Good job.
Yeah, great job by these guys here. And they've had a little bit of a run now. Some of these guys have 41 laps on their tires. They know what they've got now, and they're just waiting for a chance to come in, get fresh tires, and get back after it.
Well, folks, grab that link off the broadcast and share it out there with your friends on social media or wherever, websites that you got. Get your friends' Twitter, Instagram. Share it out there. Get your friends in here, tune in and watch, and hit that subscribe button if you don't mind, and give the guys a thumbs up on the video. They're racing to give you a good show, and I think they're doing an amazing job of that myself.
Halfway.
Yes, sir. Kendall Kerr wanting to know what he's got to do. I'm sure he would love to have brand new tires right now. And, you know, we could be coming up maybe here in the next 10 laps. I think we're looking at pit stops here in the next 10 laps.
Wouldn't surprise me a bit, but if I'm these guys, I'm going to try to stretch it out to lap with 80 to try to get just a 40-lap shootout on the final set there and still have one in reserve.
Yeah, not a bad idea, too. But, wow, these guys are racing hard right now.
Yes, sir. Justin Bloom looking to the inside of Tyler Schneider.
Yeah, I see that. That's about the only real battle on the track right now. And, boy, neither one of them wants to give that position away.
Yeah, the only other battle right now is Caleb Morrissey and Adam Bose. And Adam takes it on the outside, and Brad Kress going to try to follow him through.
Yeah, Brad, what a comeback for Brad there after that spin, man. Or, well, slide out through the grass. Him and Brad Kress, man. Brad Kress and Adam Bose, they did a great job. I'm waiting to see if we're going to see somebody decide they need to pit. I'm just waiting on that.
Well, you're probably going to be waiting a while.
Yeah, probably. You're right.
Or not. Caleb Morrissey brings it down pit road.
I wondered. He kind of acted like he was maybe going to come in the last time by. He had slowed up, but then he kept going. So there you go. First one to come to pit road.
Yeah, now this is going to be interesting. It's pretty much going to force the hand of everyone else here because he is going to be making up about a second a lap on the leader here on these fresh tires. Now, he is a lap down at this point, but as long as it stays green, he should be able to get his lap back.
Right. Scott Zellner still in third. Austin Bloom finds himself in fifth place now, Dwayne. That's a pretty impressive run for Austin.
Yep. And from 6th all the way back to 12th is still a very tight pack.
Yeah, I was looking at that. Man, I'm telling you what, Toby Wedgwood in there, Scott Wheeler, Tyler Rush. That's a good battle between him and Justin Gibbs. Those two have been battling quite a bit together. They've been staying right around each other. So good battle. And Adam Bose. Adam's got a little damage on the back. I think we've seen him tap the wall there once. Or no, wait a minute. I'm sorry. Who was that? I'm on the wrong guy here. Wait a minute. Whoa. Where the heck's he at? Oh, that was Matthew Leedy. I'm sorry. Never mind. I was looking at the wrong car. He's got some damage on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad. He is 26 laps down. Golly. But he'll be able to pick up one spot there, Dwayne. John Peterson taking his car behind the wall. In about another 10 or 11 laps here, he'll pick up a position from John Peterson. That's why you stay out there, to pick up positions.
Yep.
And you said that, at the beginning there. That's what you do. When you're having a bad day, you just pick up as many positions you can, call it a day, and move on.
Yeah, and it's no fun being out there. Just you feel like you're in the way, and especially if you've got a fast car, now you're just wasting an opportunity. But you stick with it. You get out there, you stay out of the way, and you keep your nose clean, and you pick up points. And that's how championships are won.
Yep. Now Caleb Morrissey 1 lap down, but boy, his lap times are so much quicker now.
Yeah, we'll check the times at the line.
31.6.
Yep, and Jackson Hartman this time by 32.2.
Well, let's see what he's going to hit. He's going to hit the line right here, see what he's got.
Yep,
That's 32.2.
254.
Yep. So about 0.6 of a second quicker Caleb Morrissey is, but he's trying to get there where he can actually, he's about a half a lap behind the leader right now to catch up to him, to get back on that lead lap. But the good thing is, if a caution come out right now, he would be the lucky dog. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you there.
Nope. And here comes our leader down pit road.
Oh. Yeah, he's finally giving it up.
Ryan Potter and Cody Robinson also on pit road.
Well, see, they got about 50 laps to go, and they just ran about 53 laps on that set of tires. So, all right.
And Jackson Hartman is bringing it down. This is going to force everyone's hand. You do not want to give up that kind of time. Everybody's going to have to come down now.
Yep.
The longer you stay out, you're just putting yourself in a bigger hole.
Kendall Kerr stays out. All these guys are still staying out. Nobody's coming in. Tyler Rush is coming in.
And Jackson Hartman is now down and away.
Tyler Rush, he peels off. Waiting to see when Kendall's going to come in. I think he's got to be thinking about that right now. He's got to be thinking, okay, these guys have pitted. They're going to be much faster. He's got to be starting to think about that just a little bit.
Yeah, and they can make it from fuel on here, Jack. This will be, if it stays green, this will be everyone's final stop. So you can't wait. You have to come down now. You cannot, with these guys, especially with Hartman having pitted, you can't let him get that far ahead of you. You're losing time to him right now. And you're losing about a second a lap.
Wow, and he just keep plugging away here. More guys on pit road. Brad Kress, Dylan Wedgwood, and Terry Brooks.
Yeah, we'll check the speeds at the line here. Jackson Hartman just ran a 31.4. Kendall Kerr, that time by, was a 32.2.
0.8 of a second quicker. That's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot, and that's a lot to lose per lap.
Yes, it is. Caleb's already up to 13.
No, he decides to stay out. Looked like he was slowing down to come in, but changed his mind.
All right, well, looks like Jackson Hartman is about maybe a straightaway behind the leader right now. Excuse me, that he could get his lap back. And if he does, well, here he comes. He's coming in, Kendall Kerr. Yep. That's going to give the lead over to Tyler Snyder. No, he's coming in too. All right.
Let's see if Jeff Maurice comes in.
I think pretty much everybody that we still got about, well, these two right here. Jeff Maurice and Andrew Baker, they need to come in yet. Oh, and he got blocked. Whoa. Andrew Baker's coming in. So one more to come in yet. Jeff Maurice.
And he still hasn't led a lap. We'll see if he stays out there.
I'm sure he probably will if he can just get one more lap in. Actually, he could come down pit road right now and he would lead the lap before Jackson Hartman probably got there, but he's not going to take that chance. He wants to grab that bonus point, and he will take the lead and get a bonus point.
And Rudy, if you remember correctly, before these guys came down pit road, Kendall Kerr was only a second off of Jackson Hartman. He
Right.
is now 6 seconds back for staying
Ah,
out
no.
those extra laps.
That's killer. See, that's what hurt you. That's what hurt you. But, you know, he does have 5 lap newer tires than Hartman, but that's not going to matter right now. Not going to matter at all.
No,
He is
and we'll
gaining just a little, but
check the times at the line one more time here. It's Hartman will go back into the lead. Hartman ran a 31.3. Kendall Kerr a 31 flat. So he is a little bit quicker.
yeah.
And he may be able to cut into that lead a little bit, but 0.3 a lap is not. He's going to run out of time before he gets up there.
Yeah, he's still 5.5 seconds back. So Jackson Hartman, man, what it must have been just an absolutely perfect pit stop. And he did it at the right time. Timing is everything when you do them. And that's what we've been seeing, you know. James McKee still back in 4th place, but what a comeback from him from 19th to 4th. Very good job. Scott Zellner, he is in 3rd, but he's off the pace a little bit here. Quite a ways back from Kendall Kerr, about 2 seconds. Brad Kress now chasing Austin Bloom. Austin, man, making a big presence here inside the top 10. Top 5 now, I should say. Ryan Potter now back up to 7th, trying to make a comeback. Tyler Rush in 8th. Caleb Morrissey, he pitted before everybody else did, Dwayne, so he's already got 16 laps on them tires.
Yeah, and he did make up some time, but as he was running, I believe 16th when he came in, but it's gonna start to equalize here for him very soon.
Sure. Well, Hartman is out there, but now down to 4.8 seconds back to Kendall Kerr. So Kendall has knocked over a second off of that lead.
Yeah, and right now, Kendall's running about 0.2 quicker than Jackson Hartman, but it is starting to equalize.
Yeah, it'll keep getting slower and slower, and pretty soon they'll be running about the same lap times, and he will still be 4.5 seconds behind. They're hoping for a caution right now, waiting for somebody to throw a piece of roll cage foam out the window or something.
And Jackson Hartman doesn't want to see that caution.
Oh, Matthew Leedy said his car blew up. Oh, no, Matthew.
Oh, man.
Sorry to hear about that, man. And he was about 10 laps from passing John Peterson for the 22nd position. So he will finish 23rd tonight. Dang it.
And we're seeing the older tires now for Morrissey as Snyder goes below and takes the 10th spot away.
Yeah, he pitted, 10, about 12 laps before everybody else did, so it really has made a difference. His car was fast, and he got back on the lead lap, if you remember, because he did go a lap down when he pitted. He got back on the lead lap now after everybody else pitted, but now he's suffering from old tire syndrome.
Yeah. And right now we have 16 cars on the lead lap. The first car 1 lap down is right behind the leader. That's Terry Brooks in the 23.
Yeah. Cody Robinson, the last car on the lead lap. And he would be one of the next ones to go a lap down. He's about maybe 8-9 seconds ahead of the leader.
Yeah, he's 8.2 right now ahead of Hart.
Well, let's go back here and ride along with Kendall Kerr. See if you can see the leader up there. He's running about 3.8 seconds behind Jackson Hartman. And Jackson can probably feel him. He can probably, he knows his presence is there. He can feel him coming. But like you said, cars are going to equalize here. And Kendall's not going to get there in time, maybe. We don't know that for a fact yet. Only Kendall knows that.
A little over 30 laps to go, 33 to go at the line.
And he's cut down a lot of time. I mean, wow. Down to 3.5 seconds.
He's slowly chipping away at it, but I don't know. He's got a lot of lap cars to get through before he gets there, Rudy.
Yep.
I think he's just going to run out of time.
And Jackson Hartman does officially take over the most laps led right now. Oh, we got one in the front grass there. Who was that? Is that Kuhnman?
It was.
Oh my gosh. Good save, though.
Yeah, good
Alan
save.
Kuhnman.
He got loose coming off a 4 and slides it down through the grass, but makes the save, and we stay green.
Man, these guys are good at saving, aren't they?
They definitely are.
Wow, that was pretty wild. I just kind of caught the glimpse of that,
We got a heated battle for 8th position. Snyder just took it away from Ryan Potter, but Scott Wheeler there with him. This battle is far from over as they're coming up on Tyler Rush for 7th.
Yep, 4-car battle there between them 4. Man, that's a pretty interesting battle. And look at this. Here goes Snyder looking to the inside of Rush.
Can't quite clear him there.
Man.
He's going to have to try again.
Yeah, he'll probably have to wait until he gets to 1 and 2. It seems like that's been the passing place. Nope, he's going to get him right there. Rush got a little squirrely.
Almost contact between them, but they keep it straight.
Yep, and Ryan Potter slips on by as well. Next up is going to be Scott Wheeler. He's going to the inside now of Tyler Rush. Oh, no! What the heck was that?
Ryan Potter it looked like a blown tire. If I had...
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe I just seen that.
Yeah, that looked like a black screen situation, Rudy.
Yeah, he come out right. Oh, that wasn't it. Sorry. Oh, did I go back too far?
Heading into 1 there, and that car just goes straight. It does not turn at all. It just goes straight, and
my gosh.
in real world looked like a tire blew out, but
right.
He's still going.
I'm going to ride along with him here and see what happened here, if we can figure this out. Oh, you know what? I think what happened, well, I don't know. It looked like maybe he thought Snyder was going to get loose in the corner right there, and he kind of dodged to the right to miss it and misjudged and hit the wall. I think. I don't know that for a fact. But, wow, poor Ryan Potter. That's a tough break. I hate to see that. He is on pit road.
Yeah, he's going to have to get that fixed.
Kendall Kerr now 3 seconds behind the leader, Jackson Hartman. I don't know. He's running out of time here, Dwayne. They need a caution.
That's really the only thing that's going to get him caught back up. He's about half a straightaway behind right now. And, I mean, he's slowly ticking away. We'll check the times again at the line. Hartman ran a 31.7. Kerr runs a 31.6. So they're at that point of starting to equalize right now. I mean, Kerr is still slight, but running a 10th a lap quicker, he's going to have to be much closer. He'd need 30 laps, and we're only at 26 to go.
Yeah, he needs to be where he can draft or something there to try to close that gap up on him. If he could catch a little draft there off that lap car up ahead of him. Is that Terry Brooks? Yeah. He catch a little draft off of him, that might help him a little bit. Down to 2.9 seconds.
Tell you what, though, I'm very impressed with these drivers, Rudy. We're
Yeah.
coming to 25 to go. We've only had one caution. They're getting it done here tonight.
Yep. Cody Robinson, last one on the lead lap. Still the last one on the lead lap. Running about 3 seconds ahead of the leader right now. And I don't know if Jackson, if he's got enough, if he wants to use up the tire or something to try to pass him, that's going to be up to him. But we're not far from 20 to go here. He really can't mess around, can he? Because Kendall Kerr would close that gap up in a hurry if Jackson messes around trying to play with lap cars right now.
Yeah, and that's really the last thing Kendall Kerr needs. He's hoping
Yeah.
Brooks is going to give him a break when he gets there.
Yeah, I think yeah, see, now Brooks could just get the heck out of the way right now. Be respectful. And I know it's not up to him to do that. I get that, all right? It's up to the guy trying to make the pass on you to figure out how to get around you. And there they go. He made it. So good job. Very good job. I know some leagues, they have that kind of preset, rule amongst the drivers that if something like that does come up, the guy just pull over, let him go by, But in the real world, it doesn't work like that, does it, Dwayne?
Nope.
You got to figure a way to get around them.
The drivers would like it to work that way if you're on the lead lap, but that guy who's a lap down has no real incentive to get out of the way.
That's right. A lot of lap traffic in the way right now, but looking here, boy, I'll tell you what, the leader's coming up on Cody Robinson real fast. So about 2 seconds behind him now. I love the graphics of the track here. They've really done an amazing job with the track,
Yeah.
I really do think, it looks so real. The concrete looks so real. If you stop and take a minute and stop and look at the concrete, stop moving, and look at the concrete, it looks real. They did a great job.
Nice.
All right. Boy, I don't see anybody passing right now at all. Everybody is spread out. No battles on the track at all. Jackson Hartman clinches the most laps led here. Nobody can top him. Well, Kent. No, he can't. Well, after this lap, he will clinch it.
Very nice.
Yep. There it is. He clinches the most laps led tonight. Because even if Kendall Kerr leads the rest of them, he'll only lead 59 laps. And Jackson Hartman's got 60 right now. So he does clinch the most laps led.
And Hartman did not want to see that. Kunman did not give him an ounce of room. And that's allowed Kerr to close the gap a little bit here.
Okay. Kunman's not giving him a chance to get by him, or what?
Well, he went to the outside line, but Hartman got tight, and Kunman just kind of pinched him down there, so he had to regroup, and that's dropped the lead from 2.6 to 2.2 seconds. Hartman's got to get around him or risk Kerr catching him.
Well, I'm going to tell you, you got to be careful with these guys, Dwayne, because they got a memory like an elephant. they will remember things like that if the roles were reversed, you know.
Right.
You know, you remember when you wouldn't let me buy? Well, here we are. I'm not going to let you buy. And I'm not saying that they will do that, but some drivers do that, you know?
Yeah.
So be careful what you wish for when you're out there on the track, let me tell you.
And we've got 2 lap cars in front of the leader, and right now they are slowing him down. Kendall Kerr now to 1.9 seconds back.
Yep.
So as he's got to get by these lap guys, or Kerr will catch him.
Yeah, he's got enough time now to get to him. Because they are really holding him up, aren't they?
They are, and he's got to make a move now. He's going to have to force the issue. Here he goes, side by side with Kunman, and does finally get by one, but now he's got the other, Cody Robinson, last car on the lead lap. And he's got to make short work of him. Go! Robinson in the wall. That was real close.
Yep. Oh, that could have been so disastrous for our leader right there.
And there's how much he's held Hartman. They held Hartman up. Kerr now to 1.5 seconds with 14 to go.
And he does have enough time to get there, but you know, now that Jackson Hartman is in the clear, he's got the whole track to himself up here.
And look at this. Kunman's going to race Hartman.
Wow. I would have never believed that. I would have thought, man, well, that just goes to show you right there, Kunman's car, how good that thing is racing right now, even though it's so damaged. There's no front clip on it. That he can actually race with the leader. That's pretty amazing.
And Hartman's now stretched it back out to 1.7 seconds. So I think right now it is Hartman's race to lose.
Zellner still hanging on in third. James McKee fourth. Brad Kress fifth. Austin Bloom sixth. Tyler Snyder seventh. Scott Wheeler eighth. Tyler Rush ninth. And Justin Gibbs, that's your top 10. Good run for everybody out here tonight. And Jackson Hartman leading the most laps. And I want to thank everybody for joining us here tonight. I know a few of you guys have left, but thank you, everybody. Appreciate that. Give us a thumbs up on the video if you don't mind. That shows the drivers how much you appreciate the good race that they provided for you tonight for entertainment, because they've done an outstanding job here tonight. One caution at like lap 20 or so, and we've been caution free since then. So give them a thumbs up on the video. Subscribe if it's your first time here. Check out our full broadcast schedule at MaxSpeedTV.com, and follow us on Facebook at Facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV.
Kunman still battling with Hartman, even though he's 8 laps down right now. And I'm sure Hartman's just wondering why he's not, why is he racing himself?
Yeah, look at that run. He just got off a 4 right there. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
It's not beneficial for Kunman to pass him. I mean, he's 8 laps down.
Well,
he's not
he's
going
doing is slowing him up and allowing Kendall Kerr to get caught up to him.
Yeah, I know.
A little bit of mind games as we've got 10 to go.
Yeah. Yeah, well, the thing of it is Alan Kunman and Kendall Kerr are teammates. So
now it makes
think
perfect
about
sense.
that. Yep, it does. It does. Kendall now still 1.4 seconds. Just can't get there, Dwayne. Kind of a shame. He just can't get there, man. He's trying everything he knows, every trick in the book. I mean, he's even pulled out your playbook, trying to figure for something that you used to do.
Yep.
Dang. Yep. You have to pull the old Dwayne LaPrade playbook out, man. You know what? You've used every play there is in the book.
Doesn't
No, no.
always work.
Nope, 1.2 seconds. He's starting to get close enough, though, Dwayne, that he could probably sniff the draft just a little, and that could help him reach him. But, boy, has he got enough time? That's the question. And then he's going to have to get by Alan Kundman, which Alan may let him by because they are teammates. Alan's still racing. Look at this. He is still racing Hartman like he's racing for the lead.
Yes, he is, because that slowed him up. Now 1.1 seconds behind.
Yeah. Yep, this is wild, man. This is wild. Zellner, a long ways back, 6.6 seconds. There is another battle going on here between Tyler Snyder and Austin Bloom. That would be a battle for 6th place if Austin Bloom can get there. And another battle between Scott Wheeler and Tyler Rush. They're about the only battles, really real battles on the track right now. Caleb Morrissey and Dylan Wedgwood, and they are battling to stay on the lead lap because they're only about a couple seconds ahead of Jackson Hartman now. Coming to 5 to go this time by, Dwayne.
Yep. And Kundman relentless in his pursuit. And he's not really trying to race Hartman. He's just trying to annoy him, trying to get him off his game, trying to make him slow up, miss his marks. And it's working because Kerr is still closing the gap.
Yep. Yeah, a little mind game going on there. You know how these guys can be. They like their mind games. I mean, I'm sorry I'm not covering the rest of the guys out here, but with that battle up front right there going on, 1.3 seconds now. Looks like Kendall may have backed it down just a touch. Toby Wedgwood coming from 18th to 11th. Good run for Toby tonight. Adam Bowes in 12th. Caleb Morrissey 13th. Dylan Wedge with 14th. Last one on the lead lap. Kobe Robinson, first one lap down. 15th place after starting 17th tonight. He's had an up and down night here. Looks like he may have slapped the wall a couple times. 3 to go, Dwayne.
Yeah, and Hartman is just, he can't be mirror driving right now. He's just got to pretty much ignore what's behind him, hit his marks, and bring it home.
Yep. Yeah, while you're finishing them up here, I'm going to find
2 to go. Right, here we go. White flag in the air one more time around for Jackson Hartman. No overtime tonight. He's got 4 corners to get it done. Gunman just being a thorn in his side right now, but it's not going to matter. Kendall Kerr is going to run out of time, coming out of 4 for the last time. Jackson Hartman will get the win in Nashville.
Very good. What a race here. Oh, my God. I got to look. I forgot to look here real quick. He will lead 79 laps here, folks. What an amazing run. And we're gonna try to get him up here because I want to see if he is going to burn him down here. So give me a second here. All right, Jackson Hartman, you got a copy?
Yeah.
Burn them tires down, baby. Burn them down.
I will.
Good job. Congratulations. That was a well-deserved win tonight. 79 laps you led. A little battle there with Alan Kundman at the end. Was he just playing with you, or was he really trying to hold you up so Kendall Kerr could get to you?
I mean, I'd love to tell you that he wasn't trying to hold me up, but I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I would do it. Like, I can't blame him for it.
No, I know he was
Which,
he was doing it.
I mean, he
Man,
was
well,
peeking his nose there.
yep,
Luckily, he didn't really have the straightaway speed that I was
yeah,
able to. I didn't have to deal with him going into turn 1 because turn 3 and 4, once my tires were running off, he was getting me bad through there. That I'm like, I have to dive into 1 and 2 to try to give
I
that
know it.
space. Like,
Oh
I didn't
man,
expect to be racing a car that was 8 laps down what felt like for the win, just because I knew that the more he held me off, the more that
yeah,
Kendall was coming.
yep. I'll tell you what, man, what a race that was for sure. It was amazing. Well, talk about the race a little bit. What was the car like out there? I know you and Kendall, well, you guys led all the laps, you and Kendall, but you guys battled it up there side by side for the longest time for the first half of that race. And man, it was just really, really tough. Once you pass, you got that clean air. Was that helping the car with the clean air?
I mean, I felt like I could get into or I could roll off the corners better than Kendall could, but he was really beating me on getting into 1 and 2. He was carrying so much more speed than I was
Yep.
that by the time I finally got around him, I was like watching him and saw how much he was gaining on me that I was like noticing. I'm like, okay, so I'm hitting the brakes way too early. So I started
Yeah.
hitting them later, and that's when I saw that that 2/10 of a second was increasing by 1/10 of a second till I think it got till about a second and a half by the time I pitted.
Well, was you watching the relative there toward the end because he was coming?
Oh, I was watching it from the second he came off of pit road. I mean, I had
Yeah.
5.7 seconds on the guy when I came off of pit road, and he
Yeah,
was
I
coming,
know.
and he was coming
Well,
fast.
well, you pitted. Let's see, you pitted about 5 laps before him, which you can talk to Dwayne about this, or you can argue with him about it. But I agree with what Dwayne says. Usually, the guy that pits first, he can get in and off pit road. He kind of dictates what the other drivers do, and not only that, it kind of gave you that extra boost out there, and I think that's what helped get you off of pit road quicker. And they had to play catch up on that.
I really pitted when I did because that pretty much split our first run and second run dead in
Right,
half. Like
right,
that was it. So I'm
yep,
like, okay, this is how my tires feel now. This is how my tires are going to feel in 50 laps when I do this again, coming across
right,
the start finish line to end the race. So I knew that pitting there gave me a good shot that if another caution came out, I still had one more set in the pits.
right,
I thought about pushing it long, but I mean, I didn't. I'm like, I was talking to some guys and they were starting to pit. So I'm like, okay, we're gonna bring it down, put 4 tires on it. I honestly think it probably would have been a lot closer if
right.
Kendall hadn't waited 5 more laps. I think if he pitted the lap after me, or maybe even 2, I think it would have been a drag race coming there to the end. I mean, he probably honestly would have beat me. I mean, the
Oh
guy
yeah,
picked up 4 seconds over 50 laps or
yeah. I
45
know it.
laps for him.
Yeah, no,
So I think
amazing.
it would have been close there at the end.
Well, I'm sorry if you had a paint on your car and it didn't come through, you'll have to get a hold of iRacing about that. But I updated it like 3 times and I still got the white car. So sorry.
Oh, well, I got a Shriners Hospital for Children's car. You
Oh
can
man.
imagine it how you imagine to see it.
Yep. Yep. I sure can. Yep. Well, sorry about that, but well, who you got to thank for this victory then, Jackson? Before you go, celebrate it.
Well, I got to thank Ryan and Dylan and Adam Bossy for talking to me that entire time. It was nice to keep my head straight during those last 50 laps because I was mentally convincing myself there was going to be another caution. I got to thank my dad for watching, and always got to thank you guys for broadcasting.
Well, very good. Well, say hello to your dad there in chat. Hopefully he had a good time. Everybody in there, there's quite a few people watching. But all right, well, we'll see you next week then, Jackson, and go celebrate that win, man. Well deserved. Congratulations.
Will do. Thank you.
All right, Dwayne, you got second?
Yes, sir. Called up to Kendall Kerr. Kendall, man, you came into this race tied for 6th. You finished second. Going to be a great points night for you. Talk about your racing a little bit.
Yeah, I was excited to get to a track where we control our own destiny a little bit more than last week at Daytona. But it was a fun race out there. Everybody drove really, really clean, and the right car won the race, and I think the right cars finished second, third, fourth, fifth, and they were pretty much there the whole race. But I'm just glad we didn't get a late caution where somebody could come cannonball in there and just upset the top five there. But I heard Jackson's interview there, and I felt like on that long run there, my only shot at Jackson, because at the tail end of that long green flag run, he was starting to pick up a tenth, 2/10 a lap. So I felt like laps 40 through 50 of that run, he really was starting to smoke me. So I felt like I needed to get myself a tire advantage by staying out those extra couple laps, and then trying to just, when you're the leader, you got to deal with all that lap traffic too. I did not envy Jackson at the end of that race. I was telling my guys, that's a tough spot to be in when the guy behind you is catching you. He's got a little bit fresher tires, and that the lap traffic is giving you a way harder time than they're giving second place. But um, hats off to everybody out there tonight. It was a really, really clean race. Good, solid second week here for the Highline Racing League, and happy to get the Ready Foundation Ford Mustang an early podium, and like you said, kind of be set solid in the points here moving forward.
Yeah, and speaking of, you guys do go to Chicagoland next week. It's about the same size, but it's going to be run on asphalt instead of concrete. What do you think about your chances there?
It's interesting. When we set up the schedule, I didn't really think about the fact that these two tracks are going to be really, really similar. Chicagoland, of course, a mile and a half, but they kind of, you're almost turning the entire way around the track. They're like a real gradual oval almost the whole way around. And I think you'll see a lot of the same. Hopefully, we'll be able to get a second groove worked in a little bit better than what we saw tonight. Because I know if you got stuck on the outside, you were pretty well toast. But yeah, we'll see. Chicago, I don't think we've run there yet. And hopefully it'll put on a good show for you guys.
Well, if it's anything like tonight, it definitely will be. All right, well, we will let you get out of here, Kendall. But before we do, who do you got to thank for second place?
Just want to thank all the guys around me for running clean. I want to thank my teammates. They're always helpful in the chat. Definitely want to thank the Ready Foundation for being aboard the 21 car for another season here. And thank you guys in the booth. So happy to have you guys back. And y'all do a terrific job. Can't wait to watch this one back.
Thank you very much. And again, good luck next week.
Thanks, Dwayne.
All right, Rudy caught up to third.
Yeah, Scott Zellner coming all the way from, third to third. You stayed inside the top 10 all night long, Scott. Tell us about that race out there on that concrete surface. How bad was it driving tonight?
Yeah, honestly, I had a lot of fun racing this track. This is actually the first official race I've had running this track, and it's really fun. I gotta say, I don't think I figured out 1 and 2 that entire 120 laps. I felt like everybody was just flying by me in 1 and 2, but 3 and 4, I feel like I had it hooked up pretty well. But I mean, there was almost no catching Kendall and Jackson tonight. They were the class of the field by far.
But you stayed a distant third there with no real challenge from James McKee. He had passed you earlier in the race, and you guys, battled it up there and had a pretty good challenge. And then once you got back by him, it kind of seemed like you pulled away. After that last pit stop, you had just enough of a lead. You beat him by a second and a half at the finish line. So whatever you did tonight, you did it right, Scott.
Yeah, I feel like I kind of managed the tires better on that second run. The first run, I kind of, overheated the right front, and that's never good on these
Right.
cars. But yeah, it kind of makes me wish that there were 2 less guys racing tonight. Huh? It seems like I would have been the class of the field if it weren't for 2 other guys.
Well, I'm going to ask you like Dwayne asked Kendall there. You guys go to Chicagoland next week. Similar situation here, different track, mile and a half. What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I really like running Chicagoland. It's a pretty unique track, and I'm glad that we're running there because I don't think we've run there in this league yet. Should be a pretty close battle, and I expect kind of the same guys to be up front, with Jackson, Kendall, hopefully myself. I know Jimmy's fast. So, we'll see what next week has to bring.
That's right. All right, buddy. Well, who you got to thank for your third place then before you go?
Yeah, just always want to shout out to my teammates at Four Horsemen, Caleb, Scott Wheeler, and Austin Bloom this season. I feel like we're meshing pretty well together. It's always fun to have those guys in chat. Want to
Yep.
thank Kendall and Toby for putting this thing together, and want to thank my family at home watching. They watch every week. And shout out to you guys up in the booth. You do a great job. And tomorrow I'll be making sure to watch this one back.
All right, Scott. Well, we'll catch you next week at Chicagoland. Go celebrate that third place. Well deserved. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Dwayne, after Jackson leading 79 laps here tonight, holy smokes, actually putting on a clinic, don't you think?
Yeah, and if Alan Kunman hadn't been involved in that one caution that we had, that probably would have been a battle for the win.
Yep, you bet it. All right, well, Jackson Hartman does come home with the win. Kendall Kerr second, Scott Zellner third, James McKee fourth, Brad Kress comes home fifth, Tyler Snyder sixth, Austin Bloom seventh, Scott Wheeler Jr. in eighth, Tyler Rush ninth, and Justin Gibbs rounds out the top 10. Dwayne?
Toby Wedgwood will bring it home 11th, Adam Bose 12th, Caleb Morrissey 13th, and Dylan Wedgwood 14th. He's the last car on the lead lap. Cody Robinson finishes one lap down in 15th position. Jeff Maurice finishes 16th. Terry Brooks 17th. 18th will go to Andrew Baker. Dylan Body 19th. And Alan Kunman will round out the top 20. Ryan Potter brings it home 21st. John Peterson 22nd, and Matthew Leedy 23rd. Jacob Helm out early on that first caution in 24th.
All right, very good. Well, again, congratulations to our winner here tonight, Jackson Hartman, for the HLRL Highline Racing League here and MaxSpeedTV. Again, thank you, Dwayne, so much for the help tonight, and thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Until next time, stay safe and have a good night.
Good night, everybody.